in the Brawl Stars SpongeBob update, Brawl Stars added 6 new hypercharges, being Taras, Squeaks, Mortises, Surges, Nannies, and Pocos. And in this video, I'm going to be going through each of them and saying which ones are worth your coins. I have bought 3 because there's 3 of them that I want to particularly show you, being Nannies, because I'm a Nanny main, it kind of makes sense to buy that one anyway, Mortises, and Surges. That's the third one. I personally think this is the best one of the update. It's kind of a toss-up between Mortises and Surges, but who would have thought adding an actual unique mechanic to their hypercharge would actually be good, instead of just adding more, like with Tara or Squeak. Poco kind of has the more thing, but less, because it's the shield instead of just more healing, which I think his is the most balanced, because it only lasts 5 seconds, the extra healing, and it adds a shield instead, which obviously, if you're low health, it makes the hypercharge ability basically do nothing. I've got no clue what this buzz is doing, I'm gonna be honest. I'm just gonna super him if he comes over to the side. He is. Okay, well, you're not going again. Okay, apparently he is. Okay, well, this is map maker for you, I suppose. Well, yeah, the one I think is the worst out of the new 6 is Nannies. This is the only one I think is actively a disadvantage, at least for the ability. Obviously, the stat boosts are great. I've got the hypercharger already. I've never actually used it. Okay, hold on. Nanny is actively kind of putting you at a disadvantage, because while the stat boosts are good, and I would say they're worth it, the rest of it is not. I'm gonna die here. I am. Okay, the stat boosts are the only thing worth it. The actual ability is not. Because when Peep gets bigger, it means it's harder to navigate him, and he's getting faster at that point, which means you kind of want him to be I don't know, not flying into walls. I proposed, well, I didn't actually make this a video. I was going to propose a bunch of hypercharge ideas before the update, but I didn't have time to finish the video. One of the ones was for Nanny, and I was going to propose that it went through all the walls, but didn't explode, it just broke the walls that it passed through. That would have been a pretty simple one, and it would have made it so Nanny could counter her biggest weakness, which is getting caught on a wall. It's just a pretty basic but a smart idea for one. As for Surge, I think Surge is pretty good. You kind of naturally charge it after getting to stage 4, which means it's definitely one. If I was getting one from this update, I would get Surges. That's really good timing. I got Surge's spray. Okay. I've already got Kraken Surge, never mind. So the next one I kind of want to play with is Mortises. Mortis obviously is the most popular ball in the game, or at least he feels like he is. Could be someone else at this point. But his hypercharge is oddly actually good. I expected his to be kind of mediocre. But getting the super to return back is double the supercharge, double the damage, double the healing. And all of that is amazing, especially the supercharge. I'm going to die here. No, I'm not. I'm going to just body them. Almost got the hypercharge already. It's so quick to charge, and the buffs are honestly really good for Mortis. So this is the other one I'd prioritize. If you're getting 2, or even just getting 1, I would probably get Mortis, because I feel like Mortis is most popular out of the 2, of Surge and Mortis. But they did really give the good ones to the popular brawlers, and then they left Nanny with the worst. Squeak and Tara, the 2 I haven't spoke about, and there's a reason I didn't really buy those. They're kind of just making the super bigger, which, I don't know. Squeaks can be useful, but I feel like you're going to hit the first set of bombs rather than the second. It's situational, and I saw a post about it being decent in heist if you get the angles correctly, but I feel like that's so specific. I don't know, it's just not that useful. Obviously all the hypercharges are useful because of stat boosts, but that's sometimes all they're good for. So I'm dead here. But yeah, I missed the super, which meant that super wasn't very effective, because I am not a Mortis main. I'm just going to put it that way. But generally Mortis is the most value with Surge, because Surge, there's nothing they can do to avoid the attack, pretty much. There we go, another win in the books. Well, Nanny is my main, and I wanted hers to be something good, but it's not. So I don't really need to say much, but don't buy nannies. I'm going to go through each one and say whether you should buy it. I'm going to say it in order. So the one I think you should buy the most is probably Surge. Surge, what is this map? This map is not good for nanny. Surge is probably the best, because Surge is already pretty good in the meta right now. And his Hypercharge obviously makes it basically impossible for them to dodge you. Building more supers, building more strength. Like, it's just solid all around. The next one I'd buy after that is Mortis, because these are the two I've bought, because they're good. And obviously, if you're going for fun, he's probably the first one you'd want to go for. It's very fun to be able to chain on people, and I enjoy his a lot. The third one, I would go Poco. Poco has a very good ability of being able to shield them, shield your teammates and shield yourself. And it basically nullifies Gus a bit, but like, we pretend that Gus doesn't exist, so it's fine. I think his is just generally pretty good. We're going to try out nannies now. Fourth, I would go with Squeak. I feel like Squeaks is just a little bit more useful than Tara. Do you see what I mean? The super was too big for me to avoid that wall. So yeah, that happened. Fifth, I would go with Tara. Tara's is literally just her super, but slightly bigger, as like it kind of entails. But that isn't very useful most of the time. It's quite a big radius to begin with, so like if you need it to be 20% bigger, like yes, it's helpful, but it's not like that helpful. So yeah, and I don't know how I hit a wall there. I am bad. The fact I made nanny as well. Okay, I just missed 3 shots. Ignore my gameplay. Never mind, I just hit a really good shot. Watch my gameplay. Boom, you're dead. Okay. Yeah, nanny is the one I would get last, because frankly, nanny's is pretty bad. Like, it's one of those like Charlie or Miko where it's like only really used for the stat boost and nothing else. Because with Miko, like, it takes so long to use his super, like Nanny, that it just makes it kind of impossible to do anything with the super in the time you've got, unless you use it at the last second. But yeah, that's my opinions on the Hypercharges and the order you should buy them. Make sure to like and subscribe, and buy my membership and stuff, please.